even know who Hecate.
Okay, for Act 3, Scene 5, the question says, what is Hecate's speech? So, Hecate is like the queen of the witches, okay? She is, their boss. And in this speech, she is yelling at the other three witches for telling Macbeth the prophecies without first consulting her. So she says,
So they're about to get whipped.
How did you dare to trade and traffic with Macbeth in riddles and affairs of death? And I, the mistress of your charms, the close contriver of all harms, was never called to bear my part or show the glory of our art. And so because of them, Macbeth has gone astray. And so she is upset. If you just kind of glance at the passage on page 111, you can see that the rhymes are very perfect. Provide, beside, spend, end, noon, moon, profound, ground, slight, sprites, illusion, confusion. And so this is why people think that it doesn't sound like the rest of the play, because Macbeth doesn't really do that sing-song kind of rhymey thing that this scene has going on. Okay, so that's the end of it.
Well, maybe it's just that particular character.
She doesn't have any other parts in the whole story either.
So
So if you read in the side note, the summary, it says, most editors and scholars believe that neither this scene nor the passages in scene 4.1 were written by Shakespeare. That someone added these later. Okay. Scene 6. We need 2 volunteers.
I volunteer.
Okay, Kenzie can be Lennox. Someone else?
I can be the other lord if you'd like me to.
Thank you. Go ahead. I should say, this scene takes place outside of Macbeth's castle at some undisclosed location. Go ahead.
My former speeches have but hit your thoughts, which can interpret farther. Only I say things have been strangely born. The gracious Duncan was pitied of Macbeth. Married, he was dead. In the right valiant Banquo walked too late. Whom you may say, if it please you, Fleance killed for Fleance fled. Men must not walk too late. Who cannot want the thought how monstrous it was for Malcolm and who is that? Donalbain to kill their gracious father. Damned the fact how it did grieve Macbeth, how he did not straight in pious range the 2 delinquents tear that were the slaves of drink and thralls of sleep. Was not the nobly done, and wisely too, for it would have angered any heart alive to hear the men deny it. So I say he has borne all things well, and I do think that had he Duncan's sons under his keep, and it please heaven he shall not, they should find what they were to kill a father, so should Fleance. But peace from broad word, because he failed. His presence at the tyrant's feast I hear. Macbeth lives in disgrace. Sir, can you tell where the bestows himself?
Okay, so do you think, is Lennox questioning Macbeth because he's suspicious, or is he reasoning out Macbeth's choices?
He's questioning him.
Okay, so you think he still supports Macbeth or not?
No, he's
No, I don't think
he's
he's.
kind of
I
like
think he questions him
kind
about.
of disowns him.
Yeah.
Almost.
He's kind of looking at what he did.
Like
Because
he
like
does.
they talk about.
He questions him because he doesn't believe in him anymore.
Okay.
Yeah.
The internet is not looking.
Okay, Lord.
The son of Duncan, from whom this tyrant holds the due of birth, lives in the English court and is received of the most pious Edward with such grace that the malevolence of fortune nothing takes from his higher space. Thither, is that how you say that?
Mm-hmm.
Macbeth is gone to pray the holy king upon his said to wake Northumberland
Mm-hmm.
and warlike sword
C-word.
Seaward, that by the help of these with him above to ratify the work, we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets, bloody knives, do faithful homage, and receive free honors, all which we pine for now. And this report hath so exasperate the king that he prepares for some attempt of war.
Okay, so what does this Lord report? What additional information?
Malcolm to King of England.
Okay, we knew that Malcolm fled to England, but here the Lord reports that what is he doing in England?
What you say that?
Thither Macduff is gone to pray the Holy King upon his aid to wake Northumberland and warlike seaward.
He's gone to the king to ask for some supplies or something. Help.
Help in doing what?
Warlike. Well, war.
Wake Northumberland.
So what does Malcolm want to do?
He wants to
start war.
he wants to rule?
He wants to get an
Yeah. I don't know.
Prepares
Well,
for some
respect.
attempt of
It says,
war.
it says like
Yeah.
respect.
what does he want to do?
Start a war.
With
Is it that
no
Does he want
that by the help of these and with him above we may again give to our tables meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets, bloody knives. Yeah, he wants to raise up an army to
Take back his throne.
take down Macbeth. And then the Lord also reveals the current situation of things in Scotland. And how are things in Scotland?
They're bad.
Bad. How do we know?
People have no food. They can't sleep, and
Okay, that's what that list
everyone's
is.
fighting.
Tables, meat, sleep to our nights, free from our feasts and banquets, bloody knives, do faithful homage and receive free honors, all of which we pine for now. So, people in Scotland are miserable, all because of Macbeth. So Malcolm is trying to raise an army with the assistance of the English, because obviously he can't use his own people because they are under the control of Macbeth. Okay? All right, Lennox.
It's me. Said he to Macduff,
He did, and with an absolute, sir, not I. The cloudy messenger turns me his back, and hums, as who should say, you'll rue the time that clogs me with this answer.
So Macbeth sent for Macduff to get his assistance, and Macduff said,
He refuses. He doesn't like as in the last scene, they say that Macduff doesn't listen to Macbeth. He doesn't
Okay.
like take commands.
So he refused Macbeth's call for service. Okay. Lennox?
And that well might advise him to caution it hold what distance his wisdom can provide. Some holy angel fly to the court of England and unfold his message ere he come, that a swift blessing may soon return to this our suffering country under a hand accursed.
I'll send my purse with him.
So what's the purpose of this scene?
Like state
Share
matters.
information.
Yeah, to expose
Macbeth as well.
They expose Macbeth and the plans to overthrow him.
Yep.
So what's Donald